Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Sophie Erber.
And I'm Tim Seaman. All three Siouxland governors have now promised to send help to the U.S.-Mexico border.
This as South Dakota's Kristi Noem is sending up to 50 National Guard troops to the border, while the governor says it's necessary. In our top story at 6. In a statement, the governor says, quote, the Biden administration has failed in the most basic duty to the federal government, keeping the American people safe, end quote. And that, quote, the border is a national security crisis that requires the kind of sustained response only the National Guard can provide, end quote.
Now, the news comes days after Noem seemingly criticized neighboring governors Kim Reynolds and Pete Ricketts for their promises to send troopers to the border, saying that we should not send our police or highway patrol to fix a long-term problem. According to today's release from Governor Noem, the South Dakota National Guard members will be deployed for between 30 and 60 days.
Here in Siouxland, the sentencing for a Mapleton teen found guilty of second-degree murder began today. In May, a jury found Jay Newbaum guilty of killing 16-year-old Joseph Hopkins. Hopkins died of a single gunshot wound to the head. The hearing will determine if Newbaum will be sentenced as an adult or minor. Newbaum would get at least 35 years in prison. It's a mandatory minimum sentence for second-degree murder in Iowa, but only if he can be sentenced as an adult. The law does not allow for mandatory minimums for minors, which Newbaum was at the time of his arrest.
An early morning collision between a train and semi-truck near Dakota City, Nebraska left the train teetering on broken tracks. Burlington Northern Santa Fe officials say that incident happened around 6 o'clock this morning at a road crossing that had warning signs. It was all near the intersection of 200th Street and Highway 77. 2 locomotives and 6 cars derailed as a result, but they remained upright. BNSF says that initial reports indicate that there were no injuries, and those rail cars are expected to be re-railed by this evening, with repairs to the track to follow.
The state of Nebraska is officially ending its coronavirus emergency declaration more than a year after it was first enacted. Governor Pete Ricketts is letting the state's current virus emergency proclamation expire tomorrow. That is June 30th at 11:59 p.m. That includes any remaining social distancing guidelines still in place. Test Nebraska is also ending on July 31st, with the last date to get tested being July 18th. This news comes as the state reports just 27 COVID-19 related hospitalizations.
And Chief Meteorologist Scott Larson joins us now. And Scott, I mentioned earlier in the 5 o'clock news, pretty pleasant. This is agreeable summertime weather.
It sure is. Yeah, some really nice conditions out there today, Tim. Looks like we'll be able to enjoy these for quite a while. As we look at the high temperatures from this afternoon, you can see they were able to stretch between about 80 and 85 degrees for most of the coverage area. 83 in Yankton today, 85 degrees in Norfolk and Sioux City, 84 this afternoon for Denison and Carroll. Overnight lows should be slipping back into the 50s and 60s, so some pretty comfortable conditions. It looks like some more heat will be coming our way, and we'll have more details on how Saturday in the park is looking. That's all in the 9 on 9 forecast coming up. Back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Scott. Some people are already getting ready for the 4th of July weekend by buying some advanced fireworks. And since we have had some rain here in the region, we're still experiencing drought-like conditions.
First responders say keeping safety precautions front of mind will help ensure your celebration is fun and not fiery. KCAU 9 reporter Jason Toctasian explains.
Tim and Sophie, the dry conditions mean that lighting fireworks in Siouxland is more than dangerous than in other years, even for professionals. And the month of June to date has only received a quarter of our normal rainfall.
Definitely when it's dry conditions now, we need a water source available. I volunteer on the county fair board, and we had some professionals that set fireworks off after a concert back in June, and it actually lit the grass on fire.
Connor Groves is the manager at King Kong Fireworks.
When you light the fuse, you got about 10 seconds to step away and walk the other way. There's some short fuses, there's some long fuses. You know, the short fuses are going to be more dangerous. If there is a short fuse, make sure you step away faster than a long fuse. But, you know, just when you light the fuse, make sure you don't stand over or look down on it.
The Sioux City Deputy Fire Marshal says the recent rain in Siouxland does not mean the area is out of drought conditions.
There's some areas that receive substantial amount of rain. There's other areas that have not received much at all. And so we are still considered in a drought period. And we really want to remind people that once the fireworks have been discharged, that they need to take those containers and place them into a bucket of water.
Making sure the weekend festivities go on without issues.
We actually have a bare dirt lot where we're going to set ours off at. We'll have a water source available and make sure we stay plenty far away from bystanders.
The deputy fire marshal also told me most fires actually start in the garbage and that it's important to keep fireworks in a bucket of water for at least 24 hours before putting them in the garbage can. Jason Toktagian, KCAU 9 News.
Well, we're 2 days away from Siouxland's largest music festival, and organizers say they hope that the fans are excited as they are. Well, this year's Saturday in the Park, a two-day event. Organizers tell us that they've done a lot more work to prepare for the festival. After last year's postponed event, organizers say they aren't the only ones ready for a party.
These guys are touring musicians. That's what they do, and they haven't done it for a year and a half. It's a long time. So I'm guessing everybody's itching to get back out there, and we're pretty happy to be able to be one of the first stops, if not the first stop for many of them. So that's a real good honor.
A reminder that no coolers, pets, or weapons are allowed in the park, and masks are optional. That's with one exception. That's if you're planning to take the transit bus that takes folks from the park to the Tyson Events Center parking lots. Friday's show gets started at 5. Saturday's event starts at 2, and KCAU 9, once again, a proud sponsor of one of Siouxland's longest-running summer traditions.
Yes, I'm so sad that it was canceled last year. That was my first year in town, but I get it 2 days this year.
You'll be there and loving it, I guarantee you.
Yes. Well, getting an appointment for mental health services has become more difficult in recent months.
That's true. Why there has been such a jump in demand and how local organizations are meeting those needs. Coming up a bit later.
And we had a few days recently with rain chances, but it looks like things will dry up once again with a sunny streak of weather anticipated for Siouxland. We'll also have details on a nice 4th of July weekend. That's coming up in the full forecast after the break.
You're watching KCAU 9 News with Tim Seaman, Sophie Herber, Chief Meteorologist Scott Larson, and Sports Director Jake Jones. This is KCAU 9 News at 6. This is KCAU 9 weather.
We've been talking about Saturday in the park, and I don't know what it is, but the weather pattern for Saturday in the park is almost perfect. I think I remember one, maybe two, where there was a shower or a chance.
We're lucky.
Yeah, we have been fortunate with Saturday in the Park with past years being dry, and it looks like this one is likely to hold suit. So that is definitely some good news after that event was canceled last year. It looks like both days are going to be in pretty good shape, but here's the view outside now from the North Star Community Credit Union camera. This is up in Cherokee, Iowa. A few clouds along the horizon there, but a mostly sunny sky now visible in Cherokee. A check of what's going on in Sioux City at this moment. The temperature is reported at 84, so it's warm out there with sunshine overhead. Northwest winds of 8 miles per hour, 43% for the humidity with a dew point of 59. So it's not too muggy outdoors. We can appreciate that. Looking at temperatures throughout the Midwest, you can see that they're in the 70s and 80s outside. It's now 84 degrees in Concordia, 82 outdoors in North Platte, 84 also in Valentine. Looking at a temperature of 86 in Sioux Falls. It's a little cooler as you travel into the center of the state of Iowa and into Illinois and Missouri. That's because we have some showers and storms that are transitioning through, so that's causing the temperature to fall a little further. Temperature of 82 outside right now in Tacoma, 81 in Storm Lake. Checking in with a temperature of 84 in Spencer and 83 degrees in Yankton. Meanwhile, temperatures in the low to mid 80s also in northeast Nebraska. Well, last night we had some spotty showers and storms. Thanks to Mike for snapping this picture of a rainbow in Hinton, Iowa. We had some more rainbows around the area. One of them was captured by our own Tim Seaman. You can check it out on my Facebook page. So if you have any other pictures that you want to share with Siouxland, make sure to find our website and send us your pictures.
That was crazy. I mean, between Floyd Boulevard and the bypass was a massive downpour, and it was dry on both sides.
So crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy how we had the rain set up, but some folks lucked out with some decent amounts.
All right, thanks a lot, Scott. Well, KCAU is teaming up with LifeServe today to encourage people to donate blood.
In fact, all week, LifeServe is asking folks to donate. And that comes, of course, ahead of the 4th of July weekend as the demand increases. That's partly tied to fireworks-related injuries. And it is by appointment only, so make sure you give the folks at LifeServe a call ahead of time. Claire DeRoyne with LifeServe says this time of year, donating is especially important.
People are getting out on the road, or they're boating, or there's other outdoor fun. There are fireworks. Those can lead in an increased need for blood because there are traumas going into the emergency room at a much higher rate than just your average day. And all those things are also keeping people away from their regular donation appointment.
Claire tells us that more than 40 appointments were scheduled for today and came through the donation center. That's more than double a regular Tuesday. So the week is off to a good start. Remember, you can do it throughout the week.
That's right. Just make an appointment.
Yep.
All right. Over the past year, there's been increasing demand for mental health services.
How Siouxland organizations are now working to address that increase and improve services at the same time. That's next. Recent legislation from Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds has added more statewide funding for mental health, just as demand for mental health services is increasing. Since COVID-19 restrictions have begun to ease, many Siouxlanders are now going back to their pre-pandemic routines. Some may be struggling with getting back to normal and are now seeking additional help. The CEO of Siouxland Mental Health, Sheila Martin, tells us that she's seen firsthand the extra demand for those services in the area.
Compared to March of 2020 and April of 2020, we've actually seen about a 200% increase in our services.
And that has forced Siouxland Mental Health to hire more staff and just to keep up. Martin says that she's proud of the work that her team has done to continue to provide next-day access for new patients, such as Janelle Beach. She talked about why the group therapy works best for her.
Oh, it gives me a chance to use my imagination. It gives me a chance to improve my communication skills. It gives me a chance to see what consequences are.
Martin asks that anyone dealing with a crisis or feels that they are a danger to themselves should call the suicide prevention line that's on your screen now. That's 800-273-8255.
Another group struggling with mental health this year is our farmers. Farming is already a stressful occupation, even in the best of times. And the drought is doing nothing to ease that pressure. Carl Elke is a physician assistant with Avera Medical Group, University Psychiatry, and third-generation farmer. He created the Farm and Rural Stress Hotline back in 2018.
A lot of folks aren't real comfortable opening up about things. Talking about emotions leads to vulnerability. It's perceived as having weakness, fear, uneasiness. We're trying to change that stigma.
The Farm and Rural Stress Hotline is free, confidential, and available 24 hours a day at the phone number on your screen.
Important numbers for a lot of folks to make sure they take note of.
Yes, those are online for us as well. And we switch gears now. Our sports director's in the house with a few things tonight.
Yeah, Bishop Heelan with an afternoon doubleheader this afternoon. And, well, they were putting up numbers, so always fun to have numbers. Plus, the X's back in town. X is a number in numeral. Yeah. We'll talk how the X's season is going after the break.
Welcome back. Here's a look at our 9-on-9 forecast. High temperatures in the 80s and bright sunny skies. It looks like Friday and Saturday should be great for Saturday in the park. 4th of July getting up to 93. Sunny skies again on Sunday. Some storm chances return to Siouxland as we go into the beginning of next week.
All right, we'll look ahead to that. In the meantime, we like what we see.
We really do. And we hope you'll join us here again, all of us, at 10. Until then, have a good night.